Hey, Pixelated Adam here. This week on Pixelate, we have the return of PSN, Good Game, Bad Game, a love-hate discussion on video game adaptations and other forms of media, and everyone's favorite, PixelHate Trivia. Hit that power button. It's time to Pixelate. What's good, Pixelate fam? Welcome back. It's your boys. It's your pixel haters. It's me, Adam. And here we got Jamal to my left, Chris to my right, Wope down here, and Micah on the other side. Make sure, before you even start watching or listening, you go ahead and follow us on all our socials. Linktree is going to be in the description. How's everyone doing today? I know you guys know how I'm doing. I feel like how's everyone doing?
I'm chilling. Been having a long work week the past 2 weeks, but I'm excited. I've been looking at different gaming things, different like channels, just learning more things about games since apparently I'm not a gamer. I'm trying to be one of y'all. Maybe I don't want to become one of me.
Maybe you'll get there one day, Jamal, but it's okay. I'm feeling great, Adam. Thank you for asking.
No problem.
I've had quite the emotional roller coaster throughout this week, but today's been a pretty damn good day. I had Indian food earlier. God, the bomb.
How many times have you hit the toilet?
After this, you'll release that bomb.
If you eat it enough, man, it doesn't even hurt.
It doesn't.
It's
it's
sits
just
there
all
and
good.
it digests. You gotta be hip. I'm sorry. You don't go out there and get you some curry, bro.
I had some curry and I had some masala and I had some potatoes. Oh, that was so
golly.
Indian food is so good. It's so good.
Anyways, we aren't the Indian food podcast. We're talking about video games today.
Please, this could easily be the chicken tikka masala podcast.
Really could. But how are you doing today?
Yeah, no, we're doing another rebrand.
I love it. I'm chilling, man. Nothing special to report except that I did buy a Series S.
He's a next-gen boy.
I'm a next-gen boy.
Just a bunch of Game Boys. So first thing we're going to do today is we have a new edition of the PixelHate Sports Network. Greetings to all of you fantasy sports fans out there. I'm Adam Quigley of the PixelHate Sports Network with your fantasy update of the week. First off, controversy. Despite confusion about his starting lineup, Chris has narrowly avoided disaster this week as Atomic Heart's Bioshock-inspired romp through a futuristic Soviet Union surprisingly garnered lower Metacritic scores than expected, despite many positive reviews from outlets like GameSpot, GameRanks, and IGN. Speaking of controversy, Munfish is under fire for an episode of racist cartoons that had been placed in the game, as well as their ties to Russia as it relates to the ongoing war in Ukraine, possibly spiking their scores. More to come on that later. From Heart to Hearts, the newest Monster Hunter meets Fortnite hybrid on Wope's bench currently sits at a 79 on Metacritic, while Micah has had quite the busy week himself. Back in the top spot, with great performances from Kirby's Return to Dreamland and Octopath Traveler 2 scoring 79 and 86 respectively. Quarter 1 is almost over, and with myself, Jamal, and Chris still waiting on our games to be released, we look forward to keeping up, and definitely surpassing Micah and Wope in Quarter 2 with some of our biggest releases still to come, like Legend of Zelda, Street Fighter 6, and Final Fantasy 16. This has been Adam Quigley with your Pixelate Fantasy Update, here on PSN.
Excellent.
Wow. That was fantastic, Adam. What an update. And Micah, you may have the lead right now, but just know, coming here soon. Coming up real soon. I got 100.
You're not the undercard.
It's gonna score 100. It's gonna score 100.
Legend of Zelda, right?
It's gonna score 100. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just want you to know right now.
You're crazy for being first in your own draft and picking that.
That shit was rigged from the fucking beginning.
Because that's the most obvious like score possible.
We all saw the spin.
If that game doesn't score a 99, I'd be surprised.
I'm going to be shocked.
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was looking at the 79s and thinking, "Damn, that kind of sucks." But then I realized 79 is still good.
Yeah,
like
that's very serviceable.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's still an excellent game. It's just
Absolutely.
not excellent, but it's still good. Like it's serviceable. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So
it could be much worse. Remember, like hyped Sonic games scored like 67 recently. So
what's the name of that shit?
not Frontiers. Not Frontiers. The
I don't
other
know
one.
I don't know what Chris is talking about. So
Yeah,
The other one.
What other one?
Oh, Sonic
Forces.
Sonic Forces. I had high hopes for that, but I don't want to start talking.
I knew that game was a flop the moment I saw it.
Let me bring up Sonic and let all the tears flow. Let's go.
God, that shit was so bad.
Good thing I traded Tales of Symphonia because got like a 77, and now I have to trade out Blood Bowl 3 because that got like a 58.
Oh, dude,
Jesus.
That's the one that I left up to fate because somebody Adam wanted to like, oh, let's do an eighth one. Oh, let's make it random.
It was fun. It was fun. What do you want me to do? I don't even know when my games are coming out. I got Hades 2. That is.
I was gonna say we should put the release dates on there.
Yeah, probably.
Or at least have. Or you know what? I'm gonna take care of that right now.
Oh, I have Street Fighter 6. I forgot about that.
Yes, you do.
That.
Would you like to make a trade, Adam?
Nope.
Hell no.
Chris stays trying to scheme, dog.
Chris, can you put your update the notes? Can you update the note and put your teams in them?
Yeah, I don't even know what you have.
I dead ass don't know what you have.
How would we trade? You do. And so Blasphemous 2, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. If that's bad, I'm quitting gaming. So, and then Baldur's Gate 3. A bunch of 38-year-olds are gonna fucking love that game. So I'm excited. I just don't know when any of them are releasing.
I don't know when any of my games are coming out.
Game are you
quitting? Spider-Man allegedly rumored supposed to come out in like September or something. Everything else, I have no idea.
I mean, it's probably not gonna be bad. Just exactly what you expect.
Well,
hard 8.
We don't really know. We just don't know what it's gonna be like because they deviated from the original story.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So what's this new story gonna bring, Micah? They're gonna blow up the original. What's this new story gonna bring? Some great shit.
It's a video game.
We've already seen Sephiroth in places that he's not supposed to be. Just know that.
Is that remake on Xbox or is it only on PlayStation?
It's only on PlayStation.
Of course. Weren't there plans to like release the shit on Xbox, or am I tripping?
Yes. It's a timed exclusive, but we don't know how long the time is.
The game came out like 2 years ago.
I hate timed exclusive because you're not even a company working under the main platform. You're just getting paid to gatekeep. That's all you're doing. You're just getting paid more.
Like it's Square Enix.
Right.
Like it's not that serious.
I used to think it was bad when Call of Duty spent it came out 2 months earlier on like the PlayStation. Now it's like, oh, we're gonna wait 5 years before this drops on Xbox.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Stupid.
But
they might put it on Game Pass.
That would be
better. I'm not buying that shit.
Because I mean, if that's what they did with Final Fantasy 15, there's still a couple of. There's a few. There's a good few.
That's the funny part is a lot of like the companies that have deals with PlayStation also have a Microsoft deal. They just don't put their games out on there.
I think that it's time for good game, bad game.
Yeah, Jamal.
All right, so this past week, and I talked to Wolpe about this. I was looking at this one channel, learning about like video game music, and then this one channel I checked out. I think it was like Game Fan Score or something like that. it was talking about like all the beauty, and I was looking at animation, like the beauty behind like Hollow Knights and like Breath of the Wild's music, and then like the animation and Metroid Dread. It was very great and very informative, and I enjoy it a lot because then you kind of like just make sense of the melodies and stuff like that in gaming versus, you know, just, and also about like game music that's memorable or iconic from like, you know, retro days versus today, because a lot of music may not be as memorable as in when we play games like back in the day.
Game score fanfare. That's the name of the channel.
Yes. So that was very memorable. My hating moment, Wild Hearts, because F that game. It's a ripoff and it's not even good.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. You haven't played
Yeah,
it.
we haven't played.
I'm
it.
so sick. I'm so sick of y'all saying, "Oh, this game sucks. This game isn't good," and you haven't played it.
I think the game's actually good because I haven't seen anyone say it's bad. It's just like the rough.
You guys hate new IPs. I just don't understand.
I don't hate new IPs.
Not a new IP, bro. Fuck
It's
out.
a new IP.
New IP, not new
Crazy.
genre.
They're getting 2 more games out of there.
God,
Wild Hearts 2 and Wild Hearts 3 is gonna be
you're
fire.
wilding. You're wilding right now.
Right.
It's not that good, bro. It's fine. It's a copy, but
Yeah,
whatever.
you haven't played it yet.
I've literally looked into it. One of my friends showed it to me. I was like, I have to.
You haven't played it yet. I mean, honestly, I'm really only hyped for it because I don't like Monster Hunter. Not that I don't. I know,
But
right?
you want to play a monster hunting genre game.
Oh,
You want to
Okay.
play the shitty Monster Hunter World clone, but not Monster Hunter World.
Can I finish? The only reason I don't like Monster Hunter is because there's too much going on. I don't like the inventory menu. I don't like the controls.
Have you looked into this game? It's the same shit, like beat for beat.
But
bro.
it
It's
looks-
the literal
the controls
same
look
game.
worse.
It
All the
looks
mechanics
better.
are there. They even have the stupid ass hub where you go around talking to people and gearing up. It's the same game. I thought you were gonna be like, I just want to play a new Monster Hunter.
No, I
This
don't
is a
want to play
crazy
either of this shit.
argument.
Because it looks really good. And I'm not
like the
one to
aesthetic.
Just play Monster Hunter. You already
No.
are
That's
invested.
crazy.
I'm not invested.
You already bought this base game.
Yeah, but that I'm not emotionally invested in it.
Is that Rise that you bought?
Yeah, I have it on the
Please,
Switch.
for the love of God, play World and don't play Rise ever again. World is
Stop
so much
hating.
better.
You are
Rise-
hating right
Rise
now. Rise
is a
is
good game.
fantastic.
Okay, Rise is good for us because we remember the old handheld games, but like for someone that came into the series, World is better.
Rise was my very first Monster Hunter game. And I was just like, I can't get into it.
One of my other friends said the same thing. You got to play World, bro. Okay, so good game. I'll start there. Atomic Heart came out, and I got to try it yesterday, I think, or the day before yesterday. And I don't really agree with a lot of the reviews. I think the game is pretty good. I like the idea, but I'm also, you got to understand, I'm a huge BioShock fan. I love those games, and I've been craving a BioShock. People are like, play Dishonored. It doesn't hit the same, bro. Not for me.
79 is bullshit. Someone said 79 is bullshit.
Someone's
I also
parents
agree. Well, I haven't played the whole game. I haven't even made it to the open world part of the game because apparently there is an open world. But the like theme of the game, I like a lot. And I'm into games like Metro. And I don't remember what that old first-person shooter where like Korea took over and made a utopia was on like the 360. But there was a game like that too, if you guys remember. I'm into those like crazy like Wolfenstein type games where like you're just put into a situation where it's like, damn, this is crazy and everyone is also crazy, but like no one realizes it. It's cool. And this game kind of nails that, especially at the beginning. I was like, this is it was a little rip-off-ish with BioShock Infinite at the opening because they like you walk into the Utopia city and like it's a flying city where like everyone is like developing new technology and stuff. But it was the gameplay is like really interesting, and honestly, it's one of the first next-gen games that I played, and I've been like genuinely impressed just by the amount of detail and stuff going on in the game.
So, not to cut you off, what I'm going to do is, like, I basically had the same good game, so everybody can just kind of, like, tag team this game at the same time. And I texted you when I was playing it. What was it, yesterday? I texted you, And I was like, the opening to this game is gorgeous. Like
It's phenomenal.
It looks really good.
Because it opens with the character entering the city, and then you're a soldier, so you're like going through all like the high prestige stuff, like you're walking through all the places that normal civilians couldn't go. And then at one point you're walking across a bridge where like the robot army marches. And bro, this has to be like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in a video game. So cinematic. Like you walk out and there's a bridge and there's thousands of people in a crowd, and a robot army is marching underneath you.
Mm-hmm.
And like in the sky, there's like a dictator type dude who's like giving a speech on huge screens, and they're like flying around, all while this epic music is playing. And I'm like, bro, this is hitting every note I needed to hit right now. This shit is fire.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how can people hate on this? And then the main character talks. And I was like, oh,
it is, yeah.
The Forspoken. It's a Forspoken.
Yeah, it's not nearly as bad. Like I mean, it's not good at a lot of times. But it's like the classic, just like in Forspoken, where like you have a sidekick where this guy, his glove is his companion.
Yeah.
And all the glove does is like try to help him, and he's just like, why don't you just fucking buzz off?
He talks very childish for like, he's supposed to be like this crazy high level spec ops soldier, and yet he has a potty mouth. He like is constantly mad at the world for just existing. It's like, bro, you're the one coming here. Why are you being a dick to everyone? Like, you know what the fuck's going on. You have no idea what is going on. He even says, I've never been here, like multiple times.
Yeah.
And it's really bad writing for him. But like the actual lore of the game and the Soviets discovering first of all, the Soviets going to the moon first, and then also discovering like a power source on the moon, and then creating some crazy technology with it. It's like, bro, this is a kind of story that feels like maybe it couldn't happen, but like it feels like an alternate future. And I love those kind of stories. So I'm interested in the game. The combat and stuff, I haven't had enough time with to like really give a full take on it, but it's like a first person shooter.
Yeah. The combat so far is kind of like it's like a not as good BioShock, because you start off with a melee weapon, but you can upgrade as you go.
But
so it's Fallout.
It's Outer Worlds.
No, it's not even close.
No,
it's not an RPG.
It's Wolfenstein and BioShock Infinite, and
no, I'm talking about
I do think it's
the
unfair.
shooting mechanics, Micah. Not
even close.
No.
Not even close.
This is the company's first game, yeah.
This is their first game ever, which
that's
is
crazy.
really
that is nuts.
Impressive. So that's why I don't think it's fair to rate this game against anything that's already out, except for maybe BioShock, because the inspiration is so like it's almost
heavy.
Like it's crazy how heavy.
Spiritual successor kind of thing.
It's straight up Rapture type stuff everywhere.
Right.
I guess I'll say this. I did, after our VR talk, I did try to like pick up my VR and like mess around with it, not play anything, but kind of get into it. And man, I think until I can like really find a game to play on there and like get immersed into again, I'm so over VR right now. The Oculus just doesn't hit the same.
I feel like you have to ebb and flow with it. Like you can't like play it too long, because you don't want to be in that headspace for too long, and then like you can't play it for too long as in like duration of time, like over consecutive days and shit. Like that shit,
you burn out far easier on that than regular couch and controller.
It's exhausting.
Do you guys think if we were younger,
me,
it would be different?
The part of it is like throughout the day, I want to play a game at the end of the day, and I'm just not in the mood to put the VR on at the end of the day, you know.
My good game was also Atomic Heart. So far enjoying it, but I'm sure there's going to be a part where it's like, okay. I kind of agree with the 79, but we'll see. My bad game is hearing more about the Suicide Squad game. The fact that it's going to be online at all times. That's kind of annoying because it's not necessary. We have already heard about there being a battle pass of sorts where like, yeah, it's all cosmetic, I guess, but why the fuck, you know? Just make them unlockable. Don't make it a battle pass.
It's multi or single, whatever you want to do.
What game?
Fucking
The Suicide Squad.
it's
Oh, yeah.
Avengers
Like
style.
a drop in, drop out kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's
think so.
Avengers
I didn't
style.
know it was gonna have a battle pass.
Yeah.
Yes. So again, Adam, this is my bad game take two.
Oh, cool. There you go.
I am
I want to talk about this so bad.
all the way fucking with you. I don't understand why everything has to be a game as a fucking service. I understand the money is there. I understand why companies feel like they need to evolve and do it this way and blah blah blah. But no, you see how many have died in the last couple of weeks. Like,
Hey man,
It's not sustainable.
I have a different type of Mikey OQ take. I don't mind the live service
God.
part, but
I hate it.
Have you guys seen the gameplay? The gameplay looks so mid.
Mhm.
Does it really?
Mhm.
It's a looter shooter. It's
Yeah.
not Batman Arkham, and it's so looter shooter where it's like it's not even an interesting cover based looter shooter or something. They're just flying around shooting, just fly. King Shark has a jetpack and he's flying around. I don't know if he had a jetpack, but he was flying around shooting. I know Deadshot had a jetpack. I think Harley Quinn had a jetpack, and then
Yeah.
Captain Boomerang is using guns.
Yes.
Bro, I could not care less about gameplay like
my
that.
God, dude.
No,
It's
it's gonna
like,
be.
and
It's not gonna be
Here's
good.
the thing: I get they're not Batman, they're not Nightwing, they're not going to be sitting there beating up on the. They're going to kill him,
Right.
right? But
It could be in that style.
You guys developed 3 different games that weren't the Arkham series that used the same combat: Mad Max game, Shadow of Mordor, and the Arkham series all use the same fucking XXY combat. They all use it. And then the first time y'all want to come back and bring this series back into light, you go and make a looter shooter in the same universe? Anyways.
The audacity. The audacity.
It just feels like a fuck you.
Battle passes should come out either for free to play or after a game has already been
It's just
released
gonna be
and the game is
$70
doing
with
well.
a $120 edition.
But yeah, I saw. Weren't you excited for Suicide Squad, Micah?
It's one of my benches, but it's on my bench.
Is this going to change?
The moment the trailer dropped where Superman killed a dude, I was like, this game could go really bad.
Yeah.
I was like, we're doing another evil Justice League story. And then boom, it's like, oh, the story is probably fine. But the gameplay, the more I've learned about you guys are telling me there's a battle pass. I knew it was going to be live service, but like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Stuff like, remember Gotham Knights came out and it was just like Avengers, but DC edition.
Mhm.
That game looks better than this game.
Ooh,
That's
Right.
frightening.
Because
that's scary because that game doesn't look good.
That game at least kept the like combat formula of staying on the fucking ground and like fighting hordes of enemies with your friends. This game is like bouncing from rooftop to rooftop with your jetpack and shooting
Yeah,
rocket
it's
launchers
doing
and
way too much for the characters that they have in this.
And it's
in that
Harley
game.
Quinn and Captain Boomerang.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And
why do y'all
King
have
Shark.
them
Captain
doing all this?
Boomerang.
You chose Captain Boomerang and then you make him use guns. Use another fucking character if you want to do that. But what's the point? It's literally just, and then you're telling me there's gonna be a battle pass. Oh, I can't wait for the fucking skins. It's just gonna be a bunch of characters that aren't even in the game.
Is there any single player game that does the battle pass of that live service?
Destiny. Destiny's the longest running live service that is actually successful.
Still never played it.
Destiny has a battle pass.
What?
Yeah, I've never played
Yeah,
it either.
you never got into Destiny. I tried.
Yeah.
I played the first Destiny.
You had to play Destiny 1 to like even.
Yeah.
If you try it now,
It's
wasting
too
your
far
time.
gone.
Yeah. You're wasting. Even I played both games. I could never get back in.
Yeah.
I have to buy like $400 worth of expansions.
Yeah, I'm not getting into Destiny 2. I think I have it because of PlayStation
That's
Plus.
the crazy part. They don't even run off Battle. I mean, I'm sure they have one now, but they run off that $60 like twice a year.
We've hit like a really weird era in gaming where everything is the same or everything is trying to be the next this.
This is why I like
that's
my retro like 2D style-ish games.
The indie games, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like the indie like style, not necessarily indie games, but indie style games. Like
Oh, like
there's
a
so much
super.
care in those. Like I feel like I'm more safer going with those routes than like a lot of like AAA games or AAA looking games, I would say.
That's why I'm thrown off by the Atomic Heart hate, because despite the fact that the game isn't like the dialogue isn't that great, the game looks and plays fucking flawlessly. And look, you can say what you want and about the like game itself. If you don't like that type of game, that's fine. But to sit there and say that that game's like so mid, it's not worth picking up or even trying. And it's like, bro, you go back and play fucking Apex every day. Shut up. Suicide Squad, the looter. Oh, Suicide Squad, Borderlands 3 fucking mashup. I can't wait, dude.
It's gonna be great.
I can't wait to not get that game.
If it's straight up what we're saying it is now, bro, no way. I take back us all playing it.
Telling you, like the masses are seeing it release, like information release piece by piece, and they're not happy with each one coming out.
What the hell?
So, whatever. Fuck that game. Fuck every game. Fuck
Neither-
games.
Made by WB.
Neither
Don't
am
talk about
I.
my song like that.
It's made by WB, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Mhm.
WB.
Nah, they got some money to blow because Hogwarts did its job.
Let's go. First multiverses, now this. Let's go. You
On
guys
a
are
hot
killing it
streak.
over there. Please keep going. Can't wait.
WB stands for Will We Bad. We'll pay. Good game, bad game.
So for my good game, I don't know if you guys remember when I was playing Scarlet Nexus on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
I was thoroughly enjoying it, but I got to it kind of late in its cycle of availability. So it unfortunately went away before I was able to finish the story. And now I kind of had that void of that anime inspired like near Kingdom Hearts type combat, because that's something that I really love playing all the time. So I decided to jump into a new series that I've never played. I jumped into the Tales series and I bought, because it was on sale, Tales of I think it's Tales of Arise. And I was playing that earlier today, and I'm already very impressed with what I've seen. I don't know anything about the story. I don't know anything about this game, but I'm really liking the combat. I'm liking how good it looks. The voice acting is really good. Art style is amazing. I'm having a good time. So
Nice.
I'll let you guys know when I'm done with that. As far as bad game, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have many. It's been all highs since I got my system. I don't have anything to complain about except for the fact that Knockout City is on its deathbed. It's so hard to find games now. It's so hard, and I'm really sad.
It's over, bro. The dream.
It's
Crunching.
over. It's over, and I'm so sad.
You know what's crazy is we're at a point in the gaming industry where like they can just strip games like that from existence, and we'll probably never get that experience again, even if you wanted it.
Yes.
It's just wild to me.
It's kind of cool though. I kind of like.
It happens, toward the end of the 360 era when they started killing servers, but now it's like every other game that launches last year is gone.
Somebody will find a way to preserve it. Somebody out there will like find a way to put up servers and shit and like whatever.
You're
like,
right. You're right.
I
On
mean,
PC,
yeah.
it's endless. On PC, there's endless possibilities.
But without like the developer input and like not having
There's no point.
updates, it kind of sucks. Do you guys remember when and this is the same thing but on a much smaller scale?
This week, like Jamal, I had a music themed good game, bad game. So bear with me here, guys. I have found the music genre that the song "Simple and Clean" comes from. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
J-pop?
It is a form of J-pop, but specifically, it is called city pop. And city pop has come up in anime and video games and a lot of different things in our lives. And I found the genre. I'm going to send you guys some of the music that I found, and it is fucking fantastic. It's like Oh my God, this is nostalgic as fuck. Some of the shit I've never heard in my life before, but it just feels nostalgic as fuck. It is called city pop, and it is one of the greatest genres of all time. Jamal, you are going to fall in love. You're gonna be like, where has this been all of my life? I am so ready to expose all of you to the greatness that is
I'm with it.
city pop. My bad game. As you guys know, it was the bullshit, the Batman bullshit, the kill the
Suicide
Justice
Squad.
League. Yes, Suicide Squad, kill the Justice League. I am on the same page with Micah on everything that he said. He stole the show, so I can't follow that.
Cool. Well, that was good game, bad game. Video game adaptations in other forms of media. TV shows, movies, comics, webtoons, animes, any type of other type of entertainment platform or media. So the what sparked this debate, or maybe it'll just end up being a discussion and not even a debate. What sparked this was I was playing Hi-Fi Rush a couple days ago, and I got to a part where I'm like the whole game is gorgeous, especially the cutscenes, right? But I got to this one part, and the cutscene during that was timed. The way it's timed up to the music so perfectly, it's astounding. Especially that specific cutscene. So I texted the group and I said, I could really go for a TV show based on Hi-Fi Rush. Micah had some thoughts, as do a lot of people, basically saying that let video games just be video games. And sometimes I agree. There are other times where I think having an adaptation is a very good thing, especially for the game that it's based on, i.e. Last of Us. There are people that have never played Last of Us and are watching the show and they love the show. And I will still stand by the fact that it's a good product, but obviously the game is the quintessential way to experience the story. There are other IPs that are obvious cash grabs, but then we also see stuff like, Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, which was a completely different take on the universe, but good in its own right too.
I actually saw something yesterday where I was looking at a really emotional scene from Red Dead where, spoilers, Arthur's talking with the nun lady about his tuberculosis, and he goes, "I'm afraid," and it's like a very heart-wrenching scene for animated characters, and someone was like, "God, they should make a show of this. It'd be so much better in live action." And I couldn't help but be like, bro, this is what people are going to think now because of all these shows and movies that are coming out as film adaptations of like video game stories. And I feel like that's so disingenuous, so like disrespectful to the original team that worked on those games to sit there and say, "Oh, this would be better as a film adaptation." And I'm just like, bro, why can't we just... Here's the thing, part of the reason that scene is so fucking heart-wrenching, and same with The Last of Us, and I mean this in the same way, part of the reason those heart-wrenching scenes are so heart-wrenching is because we played with those characters. You were immersed in that world 10 times more than you would have been looking at a screen. The people that are sitting there saying Last of Us is great because it's the first time they've watched it and whatever, awesome, you're experiencing the story for the first time, but you cannot sit there and tell me you experience what I experienced going through that game. You just can't. There's just no fucking comparison. I fucking played through that game and experienced that story as like someone who was interacting with that world. It's not the same. And I just feel like again, Adam has a point about Hi-Fi Rush. The game does like really well at making it feel like a TV show, but I don't think every game needs a fucking adaptation, bro. Like, and I'm talking about every like big franchise. Obviously every game is not going to get a TV adaptation, but it feels like every major franchise right now has something in the works or it's already been made. Every fucking week I hear Tomb Raider movies coming, Resident Evil's coming, fucking
Tetris movie.
Dude, everything. They already made... Didn't they make like
Ready Player One is the Tetris movie.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm just, that was like, I've never seen Ready Player One, but like I've seen all the references, and I'm like, that's so obvious bait. Like that's a movie made for that. That's
One that I'm
different
not.
though, right? That's different though because it's like a mesh up of all those things. We're just talking about like recreating now, like full stories that have already been fleshed out and made. And like,
Micah, I
I
don't think it's fair
creative as
though.
we are anymore? Does it matter?
I
We
don't
can
think that's
remake
fair.
everything.
I don't think that's fair because some video games, especially a game like Red Dead Redemption 2, some games are just kind of inaccessible to certain people just off of the nature that it is a game. Like not many people are going to invest however many hours that you spend dressing Arthur, doing the hair,
That game was a
doing
life.
missions. Exactly.
The game
It's
you lived as Arthur.
Exactly.
Like,
so
you had to
yes,
bathe your fucking self.
I can agree that watching Red Dead like wouldn't have the same impact, but I feel like that's our like privilege as gamers to get to experience it like that. Like if you've played as Joel in Last of Us, you're gonna feel it differently than just being able to sit and watch. But for
It is
some
a
people,
privilege.
sitting and watching is the extent to which they can engage with the source material.
Adam, I'm telling you right now, if they ever make a Walking Dead adaptation of the video game series, I'm fucking losing it, bro.
The Telltale, they could do that.
I could totally see it.
They
I
would
totally see it.
absolutely.
Here's
do
the
it.
thing: I don't
They
even
would
want to
do
hear
it.
it for that one because it's a story decision-based game. You do not fuck up that game, bro. You do not fuck with that story. You can watch that shit on YouTube and it would be the same as watching a TV show. There is no reason for it. There's no fucking. The only reason is money. That's it.
Yeah,
the people who really want to see the story will go fucking watch it and play it. I'm sorry.
I don't
no. See, that's my point. They won't though. They
No,
won't.
exactly.
There's
Can I have my
million
game?
and a half. There's
People-
a million and a half zombie stories.
I was about to say,
Can we just have the game? Do I have to share it with the fucking grandma that what's on HBO Max?
yes,
Fucking figure it out.
Yes.
Why are you hating?
You do have to share it with them.
I'm so over
Micah,
this argument. This fucking every game should have a fucking.
The story is worth telling.
It's not about every game, but the prominent ones, yes, they deserve to be told, and they deserve to be told right. Absolutely, they deserve to be put in the right hands, and like, as we've seen with The Last of Us, it put in the right hands with the right actors at the right time, then shit could be grand. It could be exactly and it can expose people to what video games can be, Micah, and that is what the main thing is. And I'm not saying everything needs to be adapted. Not everything needs to be adapted. You're absolutely right, because right now we're flooding the fucking market, and that's absolutely too much. But on that same token, why not have a couple of the giants show off what video games are really fucking about and why?
That's a giant.
But here's the thing: you're not really showing what video games are about when you're fucking acting it out with live actors, though. You're not even really.
Yeah, but also like
just showing the writing.
Modern narrative-driven games also have real actors playing the characters.
They're animated.
I mean, yeah, but they're motion capturing and they're also using their voices. Like that's how they're resonating that emotion through the characters. If it's just a live action adaptation of it, they can still invoke that same emotional reaction.
I think you guys have a different argument from me, though. I'm okay with things like Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I'm not really okay with something that's just retelling the same story but in a different.
Why can't we have both?
Yeah,
like I said, if it is
because
a big
like
enough
it taints
story,
the original work, which was my original point, where someone was sitting there saying this would be so much better.
Well, who said that?
But none of us would ever say that.
You say some cuck in the comment?
No, some fucking comment.
This is the same.
Fuck
this
you,
is the
dude.
same shit
It
that
wouldn't be
people said
better.
about adapting screenplays or books to movies, right? Like, oh, this would be so much better if I could see it rather than reading it on a piece of paper. It's the same thing.
Translates.
It does, because seeing something and playing something is a completely different feeling, right?
Yes, it depends on what game, I guess.
Okay, so we're talking about a large single player narrative driven, like a God of War, a Red Dead, even a GTA. I don't think you could do GTA.
That would be weird because then it like a live action version of that would just be like another like cops and robbers movie. Probably,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
It really depends on the game. Red Dead is the type of game where you can do it.
But Last of Us would just be another zombie show if it wasn't Last of Us.
Okay, but what is it about the Last of Us story?
What is it about?
What is it about the Last of Us story that puts it above other zombie things?
It was the first video game zombie game to do what it did with story.
That's a generic statement.
Yeah,
not.
How is that a generic statement? I mean, it's true. It's the first video game zombie, other than Walking Dead. I guess that's the first one I can say that like pulled people's heartstrings.
Everything in that game feels like weighty. Like every time you're interacting with the character, especially in 2, from 1 to 2, it's fucking crazy. When you're interacting with characters and you're killing someone, like you're killing somebody's kid, you're killing somebody's family member, you're killing, and that's how they react
across that these are humans that you're beating the shit out of, and you felt a little bit of like, oh shit, Joel's a monster when you're playing as him. I don't know if it comes across in the show. I'm sure
it does.
Yeah, I mean,
it's starting to, but it's like it's the environment.
Close, is my real saying is like
I'm telling you, like, if you start with the show, like that's a different thing, but none of us started with the show. We all know the story because of the game. So at this point, I don't see a problem. Like, why not just watch the show and then form your own opinion?
There are people out there who only play Call of Duty, only play Madden, only play 2K. There are also individuals out there that would say that video games are Mario and Pac-Man, and that's all the fuck that they know. Micah, this exposes people that there is more than just that out there. Pick up a controller and find out.
Credit than they wouldn't even fucking. Does it say at the beginning of the show this is a video game adaptation? Because I highly doubt that people that are scrolling through HBO.
Yeah, they don't have to do that.
But like,
you're saying, I'm pretty sure your argument is that it gives them credit. I don't think it gives them credit.
After the episodes, like after the credits, they have like in behind the episode type of thing, right? They always reference the differences between the game and the show. Changes it. Right. So then they know, like, you're not playing the show. They're like, you're not playing this experience. You have to watch it. So like,
my point is the general audience that Chris was referencing, where he was saying they can give credit. I don't think. Maybe it's different with Last of Us, but like if they're going to watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners, there's some people probably don't even know that's a game and they've watched it, you know? I mean, that's a general statement. I don't know. A lot of people that played
the game didn't even know that was based on a novel.
See, it's usually shit like that. You never know where the original is. Oh, it's a movie based off a game, based off a show, based off a book.
But if you're interested in that material, like i.e. Jamal and myself even went back and started reading the Witcher books because of the video game. Like that's the type of interest you want to garner in people. You want people to be like, I like this. I really like this. What is this? Where did it come from? Oh, it was a video game
being brought to the product. I'm worried about the extent that we're going to take it, because it feels like it's less out of the love for the franchises and more for the money making.
Sometimes, yes,
that's true.
And that's where I'm at. Be a problem. That's just where I'm at.
That's always going to be a problem.
That's
we're just going to have to
in a capitalistic society. That's exactly where we're at, though, Micah. But
at the end of the day, if they tell a story,
okay, well, maybe let's slow it down. And I'm going to be one of those people that says, let's slow it down a little bit. Let's not have one every fucking 6 months.
If it follows the source material, like how the show does, I can say it's for like the love of product. But then they try to like do too much of their own thing.
Halo,
have it like Halo. I would say the Uncharted movie to an extent.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like that's more so for the money rather than for the love of the show. If you want to do it, I still think that unless you're following the source material and maybe just cutting out like bits to fit the medium, then it should be an extension of their own world. Like I like Cyberpunk because they drew an extension on their own world. I like I don't like the Witcher show anymore after reading the books because they're trying to do too much of thing. What I do like though is the movie with Vesemir. I forgot what it was called, the anime movie with Vesemir of The Witcher. Since they doing their own thing
I think animated things are fine actually for the most part. I think most animated like Final Fantasy movies and stuff like that, especially because I think those are made by Square. But like animated still gets a point across that like this is a video game and this came from a video game. These might as well be video game cutscenes. I just feel like live action adaptations is so like creatively lazy for me. But especially when you're saying it's like a 1-for-1.
Have you seen The Last of Us?
No, I haven't watched it.
He refuses.
I don't refuse. I don't refuse.
But you played the game.
Watch shows.
Yeah,
bro.
he's played.
Of
You
course.
should definitely watch
One
it.
of my
Micah.
favorite games of all time.
I think the show is very well. I personally fell off because I know the story too well, and it's not really captivating for me because then I'm just like, okay, I'd rather play the game, but that's just because I play the game. It does a good job of capturing the story, and like, go ahead. But
I'm of the opinion
this
you
is
should
not
take
that's
the
not the first
universe and
time
do
I've
stuff
seen
with
that
it.
story. It's better. It's great when it's the first time you've seen that story.
Mhm.
Like, see,
Like,
for me, I never played through The Last of Us, and I only knew like the extent of my knowledge of the show, or sorry, of the game, is what was covered in like the first 3 episodes, and then a bunch of shit of The Last of Us 2. I know The Last of Us 2 way better, right? So for me, I'm experiencing this part of the story for the first time, and I love it. And I can see where you can tell, oh, would be something that I would play through, like the episode where he's like in the tower and picking people off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't play through that, but I can see it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I would love.
There's a part. There's a part like that. It's not the exact same.
Right.
And there are things that don't happen in the game that happen in the show. So that's why, like, when Jamal was like, "Yeah, I fell off because it was too like 1-for-1," I was like, "But it's not though. There are key points that are similar, but like some of the set pieces are completely different. Some of the characters that are introduced in the show aren't in the game. Things happen to characters that are in the game that are completely different in like on the show. So like you can tell this part was this part in the game, but they're going a different route. So now I don't know exactly how it's going to turn out. One thing I'm not excited for is the God of War movie. I just don't. It doesn't come
I
across.
was joking about that. What?
Yeah.
No, that's serious. They're doing HBO's doing.
I was joking when I said
Prime,
can't
not
wait for
H-
the God of
Prime.
War.
It's Prime.
Yeah.
HBO Max
but-
is doing a Hogwarts Legacy show too.
Yep.
I don't like
That
that.
just came out.
I
Yeah.
don't like that.
Just stop. Just stop. Oh, I can't wait for the fucking Kirby movie, bro. Like,
See, that would be actually good. That would be like an animated.
actually, there was a
movie.
Kirby TV show that was really good, so I wouldn't
Right.
probably be mad
Yeah,
about
hold
that. But
on.
it's
Right
just
back
like,
at you was
fuck.
like that.
God of War doesn't need a movie. The game might as well be a fucking movie. There's
It's
3-hour long
already a fucking
cutscenes. The game is barely any game. It's mostly cutscenes. You need a movie too? Do you need the fucking story spoon fed to you like you're a little baby? Go
Yeah,
pick up a fucking controller or look it up on YouTube and watch it.
But here's the thing: people have been asking for a God of War like movie since like the original trilogy. So like, if they go with the original story, then it could be good because people haven't seen that in a long time. But if it's just fucking going,
If it's
over
the original God of War exclusively, like I'm all for a Metal Gear Solid movie being made because I
Yeah.
think that is like one of the most cinematic video games of all time. It's old as fuck. It doesn't need a movie if it came out 3 years ago. But like make old games into movies if you have to.
yeah,
Like,
no,
do
I don't.
we
don't-
need a God of War movie?
Why do we need a Hogwarts Legacy movie? It just
Yeah.
came
You guys
out.
just
I don't need
made
a
the
show.
game.
You
I don't
guys
need a
just
show
made
about
it.
that.
Good. You just
That's
started
why there's
making
no
it. And
DLC.
That's why I'm sorry.
The
I'm
movie
bringing
is
it
the
up.
DLC.
That's
The
why
movie's
I
the
added the
DLC.
topic because why the fuck are you making a show but you're not making DLC?
You know what? Video game I think really needs a live action adaptation.
Ratchet and Clank.
Madden.
A video game that I wouldn't mind being a different adaptation, preferably an animated one, would be Overwatch. Just because
Yeah.
I feel like there's stories within like their comics and like the cinematics that they show that can work for an animated adaptation.
They were talking about making one, I think, for a while. But the thing is, Blizzard has always had those crazy ass cinematics for those games. So like, I feel like if they did it, it wouldn't even be out of character at all.
Right.
Because their games are all boring ass gameplay and then crazy cinematics, like absolutely ridiculous cinematics. And then you play the game and it's like click, click.
It's just they're just all point and click adventures.
And the game's, and then you look at the cinematics, like 400 men die to one dude. What is going on? But yeah, Overwatch would be sick. Any of those franchises would be awesome for a movie. Animated. Do not make a live action Overwatch.
I wouldn't want to see a live action Overwatch.
I will go over there personally and beat the shit out of whoever pitched that.
Video games being adapted into other forms of media. I'm gonna say, as of right now, I love it.
I hate it.
Part. Oh, Jamal hates it. Okay.
I love it.
God.
Okay, so Micah, you hate it, obviously, right?
Yeah, I hate it because like we're talking about now, it's like it's 50-50 with whether or not it's gonna be goddamn good. And honestly, you're sitting in there making the argument that, oh, it makes the industry more accessible and it makes us look better. Dude, if shit like fucking the Monster Hunter movie is coming out, everyone's gonna think video games are a fucking joke, because it is.
I love it. Because when the stories are worth being told and they can be told correctly in other forms of media, I think it's amazing. It's not completely necessary, but I don't hate it.
So if my calculations are correct, I believe we have 3 loves and 2 hates. So by that count, PixelHate loves video game adaptations and other forms of media. Sorry, not sorry. All good.
I'm sorry, because
now it's time to close out the show with some trivia. And today,
let's do this, man.
10 questions, 20 seconds each. It's time for PixelHate Trivia.
it is Micah's turn.
Get your
Dicks ready.
grab your balls, because it's gonna be a good one. You're gonna want to hold your daddy's hand. All right, I've got 10 questions. So question number 1. What was the name of the protagonist in the Call of Duty Black Ops campaign? The first one.
We have 20 seconds, correct?
Oh shit, yeah. Is it 20?
Yeah. So we'll put it at 15 now.
Yeah.
roll so hard.
5 seconds. All right.
Fuck.
What's it gonna be?
Mason.
Okay.
John
Adam says
Wick.
Mason. John Wick.
John Wick? What the fuck?
All right. The correct answer is Alex Mason. I'm not taking track of who got right, should I?
Well, I mean, we each individually will as well.
Okay.
But
So Adam gets 1 point. No one else gets points.
Yep.
Okay.
good start.
Question number 2. What game won Game of the Year in 2013?
God, in 2013.
Fuck me.
It's so obvious, and y'all are gonna be upset.
I think I know.
You're gonna be
Well,
really
one
mad
thing.
when I say the answer.
Oh no.
I think I know. I only know because of one.
I
instance in
honestly
my
think
memory.
only maybe one of you knows.
How much time do we have?
10 seconds.
Fucking Christ.
Actually, yeah, this is the only thing that makes sense to me. But I could be wrong.
Okay, time. Answers.
AC4.
TA5.
GTA 5.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck me.
shit.
Last of
Yeah.
Us.
I said Call of Duty. It doesn't matter. I said a Call of Duty game.
What was it?
The answer is Last of Us.
Oh, dang.
We'll
Oh,
pick it to
shit.
It came
point.
out 2013?
Yeah.
I just
That
said
did
that
come out
actually.
2013. That's crazy.
Yep.
Did it?
Damn. Fuck.
So nobody got that one?
Yeah.
Wope got it.
Oh,
Wope
well,
got
I
it.
got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Fuck.
Last of
Told you,
Us.
one of you's gonna get it, but only
Yeah.
one. It all comes full circle this episode. All right,
actually.
question number 3. How many Halo games are there, including the spin-offs? This is a toughie. I'll give you a hint. It includes the Halo Wars games, but there's more than that.
Yep. Are we doing like whoever's closest, or is it the exact number?
It doesn't have to be the exact number. It's more than you would probably imagine, and I'll let you have it.
Okay. All right. Well,
All right, 5 seconds.
Yep.
That's face.
All right, time.
Really thinking.
all right. I said 10.
11.
I said 10.
13.
I said 11.
Whope got it right.
Oh my God! There's 13 Halo games.
There's
Bam,
13
Halo 1,
games.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Right.
Infinite, Wars, Wars 2, ODST, Reach, and then I just gave it 3 extras because I knew there was some
I
I missed.
didn't think. I didn't
Spartan-
think
Oh,
about
Spartan
Infinite.
Assault.
Master Chief Collection counts as one.
I thought about the Master Chief Collection.
Damn, I forgot about ODST and Recon or Reach.
Number 4. What weapon was almost cut from the Gears of War games due to creative choices?
I don't even know. You said almost cuts. That means it's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Otherwise, it would be really hard to guess.
Right. Imagine a weapon that was cut.
What cut content was missing?
Damn, I don't know.
Did you even watch the
behind the
documentaries?
All right, 10 seconds.
Did you even see the concept art?
3, 2, 1. Time. Let's do it.
The Lancer.
Yes.
I said
The
both
Lancer.
because I don't know.
I said it as well.
The correct answer is the Lancer.
Yes!
Oh.
Can you believe
Yes!
it? Gears of War almost didn't have the
Yeah.
chainsaw gun.
Wow. I feel like
Yeah.
that was too. I feel like there was no way they would have. But damn, it was really.
Yeah, I guess they thought it was too ridiculous when it was coming out.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they were gonna originally go with the bayonet Lancer that you get in Gears 3.
As like the original, yes.
Because
Alright.
canonically, it is like the original.
I'm on a roll.
Really cool story
They
there,
really
actually.
are.
Number 5. In Skyrim, how many graybeards live at the throat of the world?
Sure.
I don't know.
Damn.
Guess I'm-
Damn. I'm like looking at
Rep-
them in my head right now.
You gotta remember the names.
Repeat the question.
In Elder Scrolls Skyrim, how many graybeards live at the throat of the world?
You.
God damn you.
I have no
I played
idea.
that part like
This is a good
5
one,
times.
John's gonna be watching the trivia and he's gonna get this.
He's
one.
gonna know. I did
Never
that.
even-
John, shout out you. I did that one for
You
you.
never even played the game. so-
Shout out to all my Johns. What's good?
Johnny boy. All right, 10 seconds.
Just gonna get this right just because he's on a roll.
Who, me, right?
Yeah.
I've never touched
Time.
Elder Scrolls game. Not once.
Same.
I said.
Well,
three.
I played online.
6.
Adam
It's
says
more than
3.
three. It's
Wolfie
5.
says 6.
I said 8.
8. And how many you say, Chris?
I said 5.
The
didn't
correct
show the
answer
screen.
is 5.
Let's go! I looked at it in my fucking head and I was like, yo.
They
Did
all
you
lined up
purpose?
with each other.
Yes.
They
Did
all
you
stand
purposely
around you.
did you
Dragonborn!
Mhm.
Did you purposely make that question 5 on purpose?
Is that number 5 in the list? No, I
Yeah.
didn't make it on purpose. But
Fucking nerds, dude. Number 6.
Right.
Number 6. Nintendo owns 2 of the most popular gaming franchises ever. The net worth of these 2 franchises equals the combined total of the remaining 8 franchises in the top 10. What are they?
Wait, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
If you want to think of the question in simple terms. Nintendo owns 2 of the most popular gaming franchises ever. What are they? But the other stuff was to give you hints.
Okay.
Like this, I feel like I should know this, but I feel like my answer.
You guys
is
should know
wrong.
this. You
I
guys
should know,
really
but I feel like my question is gonna be wrong because of whatever.
I'll give you a point if you get one of them right.
But if you get two,
we should all know at least one of them.
If you get both of them, you get 2 points. Right?
Right. Bless you.
I would give a hint, but that'd be
Thank
too
you.
obvious.
Why are you giving hints? You're playing.
Because I'm nice.
This is a competition, Jamal.
All right, 10 seconds.
Fine then. Fuck
Or
y'all.
5
I'm not doing this
seconds.
shit. Even though I'm in dead last.
And time.
Pokemon and Mario.
Mario and Zelda.
Pokemon Mario.
It was supposed to say Mario. I didn't finish
What does that
writing.
say,
The
man?
correct
I didn't finish. I
Pokemon
didn't
and
finish.
Mon.
I didn't
Did you
finish
say-
writing it.
Answer.
Chris, did you say Mario and Zelda?
Yes.
You did not say Pokemon. That's crazy.
The correct
Because
answer.
they don't own Pokemon.
What's the correct answer?
The correct answer is Mario and Pokemon.
Let's fucking
They
go!
don't own Pokemon.
Yes, they do.
They do
They
technically.
don't.
They don't
do.
own Game Freak. Wait, yeah, they do.
I think they own the rights to the video game. Number 7. How many characters are in Smash Bros. Ultimate?
Hopefully, gonna get this.
Wait a minute. This is a trick question. Never mind. No, it's not. I got it. I know this off the top of my head.
I actually didn't know this, Wope. It's just
Well, actually, hold on.
I got 700 hours.
When
in
you
that
say characters, right? Are we splitting
game.
up?
It's everything you would consider a character. Yes.
Every icon.
Yeah, including the Mii Fighters.
So the Mii Fighters is one character.
No,
No, they are 3
they're
separate.
3
characters.
separate.
Okay.
So if you can visualize it, think of how many squares are on that top, and then just go down.
But also, you're splitting up characters, right?
Right.
Like Pyra Mithra is a separate thing. Pokemon Trainer
they?
is 3.
I'm thinking. Of,
That's where the question is.
yeah.
Because there's 2 answers, and I know both of them. So
All right.
I'm pretty sure I do. So I'm gonna
3
I'm gonna write
seconds.
down both.
All right,
Time.
I'm
Let's
just
do it.
taking a wild guess.
I said 56.
76.
Maybe 8 years ago. Sorry,
I said 91.
I'm pretty sure this is right.
72.
76.
After the inclusion of Sora, the roster counts out to 89 characters.
Oh, 89. I'm
Jesus
sorry.
Christ.
Yeah, well, you said 82. I knew it was at least 86.
So
Yeah.
who had the closest?
I did. I said 91.
Okay, you get it.
Finally get some points.
Ah!
I have 2 points. I got the last question right also.
This would be
All right,
the
this
only
one.
thing that
This
you
one's
get fucking
actually in
points
theme
for.
with the episode. This next question. The first game to get a live-action movie adaptation was
The first game ever in life.
first video game to get a
Pong.
live-action movie adaptation.
Video game. Did we mention this at all in the podcast?
No, we didn't.
Okay. Then I have no idea.
Are we sure about that?
Time.
Well, I'll still make my same guess because I don't have anything else.
Mario.
Street Fighter, Mario,
Fuck me. I said
Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I said Tomb Raider.
Adam, what's your guess?
I said Tomb Raider as well.
The correct answer is Super Mario Bros.
Let's go.
And
Really?
it's renowned as one of the worst movies of
So
all time.
bad.
That's the first one.
That's the first one, and
It's
God,
the
it should have
first
ended there.
adaptation.
How many times has Kratos died in the God of War games?
Okay.
Probably way too much, but
How many times has Kratos died in the God of War franchise? 7 seconds.
actually, if I just way too much, I'm making a different guess.
I feel like it's going to be more than this, but fuck it.
Time.
I said 4.
7.
6.
3.
The correct answer is 3 times.
Fucking goddamn it, dude.
Deep.
So who got that?
Your boy.
Final question. What is the best-selling original Xbox game of that time period? Not all time. Original Xbox. The best-selling
best-selling
video
one?
game of the original Xbox.
I don't know. Taking a long guess.
You're not, dude. What the hell?
Jamal. Come on.
Come on, dude.
Come on.
The hell were you
Didn't
playing?
you have it, or you had a 360?
Yes, 360 is the only Xbox I ever owned.
7 seconds.
I mean, my guess is an educated guess. I don't know. It's an educated guess, though.
All right, time.
Halo 2.
Halo, it's the app killer, bro.
Hold
Said
on.
Halo.
Hold on. Sorry. Hold on.
The correct answer is Halo 2.
Let's fucking go.
Wolpe was writing the 2.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I swear. Nah, I had to turn my phone on. I stand by say Halo 2. Don't do that.
Halo 2 sold with 8.46 million copies.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That game was very anticipated.
Currently in last place after 3 games is Jamal with 8 points. In fourth place after 2 games is myself with 10. In third place with 2 games is Micah at 11. Or at second place is Chris with 14 after 3 games. And Wolpe in the top spot at 14 after 2 games.
Not a gamer.
So next week it's either going to be Jamal or Chris hosting.
I got where it counted for me. I got Nintendo ones. Y'all give these other games that I didn't really even play like that, so
Not a
I don't
gamer.
care.
All right. Thanks for watching. That's the show. That is PixelHate episode 4. If you're listening on Spotify, we appreciate it. Apple Pod, we appreciate it. All the different podcast platforms. If you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate that as well. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Turn on that notification bell so that you can get some more hot pixelated fun coming at you next week.
We love you.
Yes, we appreciate it all. Again, the link tree is going to be in the description of the episode. That's also on all of our socials. This is PixelHate. We are PixelHate. We appreciate the love. Hope you guys tune in again next week. We're about to get off the game. So
Signing off.
deuces.
You next time.
Bye.